winner, which is amazing.
Thank you. It's been a blast. It's been fun. It's a part of my life that it just recently ended, closed that chapter, so I'm excited to see what's next.
Cool. Was there any moment where you felt like overwhelmed by it?
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
I feel like I would be so overwhelmed.
It is overwhelming. I mean, like every day, what I love about it and the job I currently do with hosting and influencing and whatnot, every day looks different. Yeah. And so with that title as well, I didn't know what to expect. So I could have a day where I had one event or no events, or I could have 5 events lined up where I was running back and forth, changing for every single event and whatnot.
Do you get to wear the crown when you go to events?
Yes, you do.
And can I just borrow the crown for a day?
Absolutely.
Not allowed to do that.
I'm not even allowed to wear it after I pass it up.
After a year?
Because I'm technically not Miss California Teen USA. No.
Oh,
luckily everyone asks me this. I get to keep it. Okay. It's hanging on my shelf. Yeah, it's never gonna leave there. It's hanging.
Wait, like
my sash is hanging and it's sitting. Cool. The crown is sitting. Don't worry.
I'm not worried. I want logistics. Okay, cool. Okay. Is it rhinestones?
It is. It's rhinestoned, and so is the sash. The sash has rhinestones all over the side.
What was the color of your dress when you won?
When I won, it was emerald green. I love emerald green.
Green is the color of luck. Of like abundance.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah. So I mean, other than you being amazing, like I think the color might have helped you.
Well, thank you. I think I was a trendsetter because that color like popped off recently, and I kind of owe it to my dress. I think the whole world saw it. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, I think also you being great and wonderful probably set it off too. Like
no.
You wore the dress. The dress didn't wear you.
Oh, I love that. That's a good quote.
You wore the dress.
Thank
the dress didn't wear you. Although clothes definitely help.
Yes.
And I know that you have a show here at Sway TV.
I do.
You've got the Glow Up.
Right.
Can you tell us a little bit about it?
It is. It's about fashion and clothes and confidence and being an influencer and kind of the topics that people don't talk about in my industry. I always say like it's a 15-second highlight reel and we don't talk about the rest of our entire day.
You got to talk about the whole day.
You do. And so like
you only see clips.
You see clips, you see highlights, you see the best parts, but what people don't understand is when you turn off that phone, I mean, it's lonely, and those numbers can really mess with your mental health and brain and whatnot. So I think just getting vulnerable and having that conversation is something I can bring to the table.
I love that.
I love that.
It's fun. I mean, it's different.
Did you say it at the same time I did?
I think we've done it 3
You guys
times
are getting in sync. You're getting good at this.
Well, he apparently is my soulmate.
Okay.
Only because of these cards, not because I'm saying it out loud.
Well.
So I got these cards, and I'm going to ask you more questions, and I know Kyle has some questions too for you.
Okay.
But these are oracle cards that I got in Joshua Tree. I think you can get them on Amazon. I'm not quite sure.
You can get everything on Amazon.
I think you can.
Let's roll with it.
It's called the Sacred Symbols for... what is it?
Sacred Symbols for Divination and Meditation. Oracle
I'm like, yeah, okay.
Divination?
Sure. Okay, I've been saying don't believe anything you read unless it's good.
Okay.
We go by this place.
Are there some bad cards in here?
I
Not
don't
yet.
know.
I would be the one.
No, don't say that.
Okay, what do I do with it?
All right, so you flip it over.
Okay.
And tell us what you got.
Why does it look like me? This is weird.
Does it really? Ooh.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
That's so interesting.
Maybe it is not a good card here.
Is that a bad one?
No, I think things are.
What does it
What
mean?
number? Oh, I don't know. We're gonna find
38.
out. I don't know.
Okay, 38.
Of course, I would be the one to get the sketchy
Why
card.
did you say that?
It's so funny because you
It's
said
my
it right
luck.
before.
Your luck isn't that way. You're just believing it's that way. Your luck is great.
Yeah.
I don't believe in luck, so then there we go.
Okay, so there we go. Okay, so
Come to a...
Closing.
Okay, so beware.
Oh gosh.
All is not being revealed at this time.
Of course not. Of course not. No, I'm a mystery. I'm a closed book.
Are you really?
No.
I thought we were
I'm an open book.
Closed book. Is someone around you hiding or holding back information or an aspect of themselves?
Probably. There's sketchy people everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like an onion. I feel like you got to peel back the pieces.
Please use caution in proceeding ahead, or perhaps the mask is inviting you to be more protective of what you share.
That is so funny because, this is actually freaking me out right now.
Really?
Because
Why?
there is somebody that I've been very close with in my life. And
do tell.
I have found that, there's some red flags. So I have been very guarded.
As in, like, you don't want this person in your life anymore? Or these red flags as in, like... proceed with caution.
Proceed with caution. I definitely do want them in my life, but I feel like I ask for it being in the industry I'm in the entertainment industry.
Okay.
There's people that I feel like once you get to, you know, a certain level in your life with anything, with I think job, with whatever, people want what you have.
Yeah.
And so they're gonna be, you know, a little sketchy, and you
Yeah.
gotta watch and see who your true friends are.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how that happens and that works. It's really bizarre because I'm
Sad.
just like a big person who's like, I want everyone to like, my success is your success. Like, not meaning
Right.
like that should be like, hey, like I'm closer to it, you're closer to it. Like we're like passing the baton.
Right. Like sharing and empowering each
Yeah,
other, which is how
totally.
it should be. But do you
Yeah.
feel like sometimes you're too open and too many times you give people second chances?
Or
I mean,
ideas.
yeah, of course, I've done that like a million times, but like I've
Okay.
learned from that.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you'd say you're a little bit more closed off.
No, I'm very open.
Okay.
I'm very, very open, but like what are you laughing at? What are you laughing at?
You are. You're very
What are you laughing at?
expressive.
I'm sorry.
I'm very lucky to have such an expressive host.
Kyle, do you feel like you're opposite? Do you feel like you're kind of closed off?
I feel like we're in a
Am I
therapy
closed off?
session
Am I
right
closed
now.
off? She's like flipped around.
Yeah.
We're being interviewed. Am I closed?
You know, you
I don't
control the
know.
interview.
Maybe I should think about this.
We're like in a couples host.
You're like a couples, we're like a couples therapy.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Kyle, do you feel like you're closed off? I don't know. Maybe we should go deeper into that.
Let's look
maybe.
deeper into it. I love this. This is confidential with
hilarious.
Am
cameras.
I veiled?
Seriously, this is my job, right? I gotta. I'm gonna get the juicy gossip.
It's
I love
getting
it. I love
juicy
it.
gossip.
No, I am trying to be more open, right? I think as we all are.
I feel like you're super. You're not open.
I'm very open, but I feel like we can always be more engaging and more connected.
Okay. I
Yeah.
feel like as I get older, I get more closed.
Really?
Yeah.
Not minded, not closed-minded. I think you guys are thinking of this in a different light.
No.
I mean, like with the people that I surround in my circle.
Oh, yes. I
I'm
do
very-
think you should have very like
Extremely.
close.
Like in
protective.
high school, I would have like I'm not kidding. My group of friends was like 50 people,
Right.
and you
50?
want everyone to like you. You're so worried about it, and now, like you relate,
No,
yeah.
I get it. Yeah, no.
She had 50 friends.
Easily.
I like had like
Yeah, it's just like a huge group of people.
School gives you the friends.
Right.
It's like you're standing in a classroom.
Exactly.
Everyone's
I
there.
literally ate lunch in a library like every day.
Oh my gosh.
I was totally one of those kids.
Were you?
Yeah.
I don't see that at all.
Bubbly energy?
Yeah, I don't.
I don't even believe you, honestly.
No, it's true because I would like go on the computer and like go on AIM and be like, hi.
Were you a shy kid?
I wasn't shy. I was just very, like what you said, I'm very guarded, but I'm very open. So like
Okay,
I felt
see,
like
so I feel that too.
I felt I'm very sensitive to energy. So like
Right.
I went to an all-girl private high school,
Oh, okay.
which was like really
That explains a
Explains a lot.
It does.
Wait, how?
Not in a bad way.
How? Not in a
Yeah.
bad way, just
I
like
went to a Catholic high school,
Same.
and my brother went to an all-boys Catholic high school as
Oh.
well.
Did you go? Was your co-ed?
Yes, mine was co-ed.
Yeah.
His wasn't, and so
Okay.
for him, like he had those types of
Yeah.
experiences.
Yeah.
But for me, I feel like it was at one big social outing every time I walked into school.
No. For me, I was just like, I like just kind of like shut down because like there was just so much going on, and I would just go to the library and just start creating stuff and writing stuff and.
Wow.
That's amazing, though. I love
yeah,
that.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's
me
cool.
too. I mean, like it didn't bother me. It wasn't
No.
like I like sat in the library. It was.
Yeah, I thought you were
terrible.
moping, but if
I thought you were a little bit
A
too.
little bit.
I thought you were like.
I mean, a little bit because like I'm dramatic, but like but I actually like really enjoyed my high school existence and like
Okay.
I would never go back to that school if I had to, but like I enjoyed
she enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Okay.
Would never go back.
I would
wouldn't.
never go back. Why would no?
I
God,
loved
no.
high school.
I would give a few fingers to go back
Me
to high
too.
school.
I
Really?
loved it. I had the best experience in the
No.
world.
Like 2 or 3
No,
max. You know, you can't
never.
do no,
Yeah.
no
Never.
thumbs,
No,
but you know.
no.
Were you a social butterfly in high school?
Extreme. I was the
Okay,
captain
so
of the
we.
football team.
Okay.
Okay.
We're kind of like the same
we're
beat.
Casey Stevens at that
I'm
point.
gonna excuse myself from this interview. I'm gonna excuse myself from this
The
interview.
basketball and the track team. So we were.
I did track as well. You did too?
Yeah, I was in varsity seated.
Yeah, you
cross
were.
country. Yep.
Nice.
Okay, I
I
did
was also in
jumps.
the drama club.
Oh yeah.
I was also a madrigal. You know,
What's
the
madrigal?
Singer.
Yeah, what is that?
Oh, okay.
The honors singers choir.
Oh, that's cool. I wish I could sing. It's the silent
What
ear.
are these things?
It's the silent.
How dorky am I? Is this
No,
how
it's
adorable?
stuff that like I wish I could have. I remember auditioning for the musical just because like I was that kid that wanted to be involved in literally everything. I was a
Yeah.
baton twirler at the school, twirl
How do you
halftime.
twirl a baton? I feel like
question.
I would
Good
knock
question.
myself in the
How?
face.
Yeah.
You probably would. I mean, I've broken my. It is a metal rod that you
It
are
is metal.
throwing up in the
Where
air.
in the world did you like, I'm just gonna,
It wasn't my decision, if I'm being quite honest.
I have a
I'm just
10-year-old
kidding.
bet
No,
with someone.
but
I thought it was
decision
plastic.
was it?
in preschool, all of my friends did it, and so I did. I
Baton
begged my
twirl?
mom.
Right.
Of course, if all the friends are
Yeah.
doing it, I gotta do it.
Yeah.
where
And
do
then
you get a baton from?
Amazon. No, but truly, the baton. I think it's literally baton.com. But whatever, getting over it.
over it.
We need John. We need John.
We have
How to
like
twirl.
an informational guy that like
So
searches for
you
stuff.
started twirling batons at like 6?
Like preschool age, or what is that?
Oh, like
4?
3?
And you were good at it at a young age with the little fingers.
Well, I don't know.
Sure, I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay.
But
Did you
all
ever
my
knock
friends,
yourself in the face?
they all completely like went off on their own. Did the normal things kids did, like
Right.
Girl Scouts and soccer, and
Yeah.
then I decided to stick with baton twirling.
Oh.
And I mean that's why I got introduced to the pageant world,
Oh,
and
cool.
then
Okay,
twirled
okay.
for my high school.
Cool.
And I owe that to my good high school experience because like I mean it was amazing.
That's awesome.
Great.
And then I'm doing that for UCLA hopefully.
Oh, awesome.
soon. So
Go to UCLA.
I went to the
I've
UCLA
always wanted to go there.
professional
Me too.
program. Yeah, I love UCLA. UCLA is great.
It
Have you
is.
applied for it?
I'm already in.
You're in.
I'm
Oh,
going.
congrats.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Thank
so
you. I just
awesome.
found out.
UCLA
So
is
Yeah.
great.
yeah, it's been something I've wanted to do. My coach was the baton twirler at UCLA, so like
Oh.
since a little girl, I've been wanting to be a Bruin. So
Go
awesome.
Bruins. What are you going to study?
public affairs. So
Amazing.
Nice.
it's one of their newer majors.
Yeah.
But it should be fun.
That is fun.
Where did
is
you
good.
both go?
I went to the University of Maryland, and then when I came out here, I went back to school at UCLA.
Oh my gosh,
That's great.
amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went for the writing program, the producing program, and the acting for the camera program.
At UCLA?
They have a professional program.
I didn't
so,
know
like,
that.
Yeah. So like, if you want to continue studies, like after you graduate, you can like go back. You
that's
have to
great.
have a degree to like be in.
Okay, that's
yeah.
probably why I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
Right.
Yeah.
they're more research and science-based
Yeah.
school, but that's awesome that they
It's
offer
so,
that.
Oh, awesome.
Okay, I'm looking
I
into
got
it.
the trifecta. I got
Yeah,
the
you did.
acting, the writing, and the producing, and I was like, I am full sail ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm definitely looking into that.
Look
See,
into
I
it,
love
yeah,
this. You
yeah.
always learn more.
was-
You always learn more.
Removed from that whole world and
Okay, so
It's
Because
finance
you
and
were like-
football.
yeah.
Kyle, what's your deal?
I just went to finance and football. No,
What's
just,
your deal?
I didn't have all this acting and
Finance guy.
and
Deal,
entertainment in school. I didn't hit
What's
entertainment
Kyle's
until like
deal? We should probably
19,
pull a card
20.
for.
Okay, right, but I haven't had any schooling in it. I feel like.
Well, I mean, like the baton twirling and the
Oh, okay.
entertainment and the.
But you
and
were the captain of the
studying.
football team. You were
So I
energetic.
get
You
it
know
kind
what
of
I
thing.
mean? Like
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
were a
Were you
leader,
energetic?
so
I think I was pretty
You
close
sound like
off.
you
I think I was a little veiled.
Really?
I was a little veiled. I didn't hang out with the football team. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. I mean,
that is terrifying that it looks like me. Kinda.
it freaked me out when you turned
kinda
around and I was
does.
like, oh my gosh.
Should we
like,
pull another card?
Sure, if
Maybe
you want
one
to.
more. Let's do
what,
it.
what should we ask? You have to. So you kind of have to ask. Oh, hey! Speaking
Nice. I was wondering if we could. Look at this.
Oh, nice.
You pulled that out of
How?
literally the
How do you
the
smile
woodworks.
and do that
Right?
at the same time?
You have to. I mean, there's a score sheet
So-
that's.
Is
Like,
that,
what?
How does the hand?
Is that a drone over top of you?
Yeah.
Whoa! Holy crap! Oh,
she
sorry.
catches it.
It's fun.
Wow. I
We
mean,
can do two.
Holy cow is what you
yeah,
meant
that's
to
what I
say.
meant. Holy guacamole! I mean, have you?
incredible.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this because I'm just thinking this. And
Okay.
Did you ever think at any point that you would add fire to those batons?
I do twirl fire.
You do?
Yes.
I knew it.
It's kind of like inevitable when you twirl baton. You know, it's like
Oh.
you take the training wheels off the bike when you're,
Okay.
you know, 12.
Do we have image? Do we have footage of you twirling
Please.
fire?
I do, but Andy doesn't.
Maybe
Maybe the next episode if you guys let me come back.
Toledo,
Yeah, for
what
sure.
was that?
We're gonna be as a guest star
But
again. Maybe we can get
I'm
you
like-
twirling in the
I think
studio.
my jaw has hit the floor. You're
is-
really good at this.
Thank you. I mean, doing
You're
it since
welcome.
4. I hope I picked up a few things.
Yeah, I mean, so are there different size batons?
There
Like,
are.
it
It's
looks like-
measured to your arm length.
Oh,
so
that's so
my arms are
cool.
gigantically long.
What?
So
Oh my god, I'm afraid that the baton was gonna go across
With a
the
split.
way. Yeah, and you did it like so, like naturally.
Yeah.
You're just
Thank
like,
you.
and split.
that's
Yeah.
the fun part. Like that's what you would see on the field of like at UCLA
Right.
or
Yeah.
where I went to high school. But competition is intense. It is absolutely crazy. I move like 20,000 times quicker than that. The tricks
Really?
are 20,000 times harder.
Oh my
You're not on
gosh.
grass. It's very different. You're
What are you on?
You're in a gymnasium.
Okay.
So it's a lot easier to, I'm wearing jazz shoes. It's the things you don't think about is like how hard it is to actually do these on grass.
Yeah, that does not look easy.
Because it's an uneven
What are you
surface,
talking about?
first
This
of
looks
all.
like terrifying. I couldn't. This is like my worst.
No, but when you
nightmare.
said like,
seconds of
oh my
this.
gosh, I would hit myself in the face. Why I was like, yeah, you definitely would, was because I have probably like a gazillion times. I broke my nose.
You broke your nose.
Yeah, right here in the middle. So I
my
was at
gosh.
Venice and I was doing my thing with my little hat out. I think I was young and I was like, Mom, I really want to do this. Getting those dollar bills. And then it was getting closer to like sunset and I threw up the baton, did a cartwheel like we saw here, and
Is
it
this
landed right on
your
my
backyard?
nose. No, in Venice.
Oh,
one
in
night.
Venice. Oh.
And I felt it out and I just
No.
back in. And the doctor said if I didn't do that, it would have been it would have been horrible. They would have had to pop it back in. It wouldn't have been even. Like I
You just
somehow
like knocked your nose back in.
was just like, this ain't right. Like, go back. And so
Oh my gosh.
I know, and bruised and whatnot for a little bit, but we're fine. But
Our first
moral of the
guest
story,
is amazing.
baton twirling is quite brutal.
You are no joke.
We have
You
so
are
many
no
good stories
joke.
out of this. This is great.
I would never assume that like the things coming out of your mouth, like you're just
All because of the veiled card.
all because she unveiled the veil.
But you're like moving on to other things also.
She's pulling off the onion like layers.
That's what I mean. I'm an onion. Like I've got
Yeah.
50 different things going
What's
on.
your sign?
Right.
I'm a Capricorn. I'm not good. I don't know what that means. I've just
know
heard
what
it
it
means.
born? What does that
It
mean?
means
You
when?
know this? You said that you know. Okay, yesterday.
January.
You have to know your signs.
No, you
Yes.
said no.
I didn't
you said,
memorize all 12.
Yeah, no. The people. Do you memorize all of them?
I mean,
That's pretty good.
only
My
the
cousin
ones-
does the same. She's like, I know that you're this, and you'd act like this in this situation, and you're not friends with this. And I'm like,
Yesterday,
Yeah, it's like, okay, nice to meet you.
wait. Yesterday, Kyle said that he knew about astrology, astronomy, and
If we go back on the tape, I actually say, when you
goes,
get to
I
LA,
date- he's like,
you
I-
gotta know your
yes,
astrology, your
gotta
astronomy.
know-
What
Why?
else? Oh, and
for
your
dating.
birth time. Your birth time.
Your birth time.
I know my birth time, but your specific
Yeah,
astrology.
I thought that was funny. But
Yeah.
apparently, you really don't know it.
I know mine. I don't know
I
everyone.
don't know mine,
you
so
out.
you're way up higher than I am.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Calling
anytime.
you out. Did you just roll your eyes?
Yeah. I mean,
He's got more knowledge about this than I do. All I
You
know.
rolling your eyes at me?
Yeah.
I'm calling you out because I love you.
What are you?
Can you hand me?
Pisces.
Oh, okay. So aren't we supposed to be friends?
We are supposed to be friends.
What are you?
Clearly, Cancer.
You're emotional. That's what I know about Cancer. All I've heard about Cancer is because my cousin is a Cancer and she's my best friend. Is that she's sensitive and emotional, and I need to know that.
For me, it was the pause. Like, you're emotional. I'll remember that forever.
I am, and I
hilarious.
proudly wear my emotions.
No, that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Thank
I
you.
feel like I'm very emotionless, and so somebody.
Interesting.
Well,
As a Capricorn, just like
I'm not
straightforward.
like I won't cry. Like my frustration's not like I'm not gonna cry.
No.
You do.
Get mad. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
She's like
No,
the
didn't.
Beyonce,
I'm more like
pull
a-
out,
Everyone
baseball
has a
bat.
way to
Use it as a fire for something else. Kind of like
That's cool.
motivation.
Jacked up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll like sometimes like go inward, which is not a good thing.
Shut down?
What? Oh, really?
No, like-
you'll think that it's your fault?
No. So when
Okay.
you're so cancers
Yeah.
usually. Wait, what sign are you, Andy? You're what?
That's not a
Taurus.
sign.
Taurus.
Oh, I thought you said quartz.
I know.
Quartz.
Taurus and Cancers get along really, really well too.
Okay.
But like Cancers are very emotional, so like instead of like lashing out, they withdraw. Like they like go into their shell, like a crab.
Oh, so you kind of get quiet and just like
Yeah.
take it all in.
Yeah.
What would I do? I know.
I don't know. I don't know your
Capricorns are very
sign
like
very well.
all I know is they're determined and they're very money oriented.
I think a lot of
great
signs
money,
are.
money,
good.
money is what I think. Okay.
So Pisces are just emotional.
I heard
Pisces-
no. Pisces are emotional because
Yeah.
my boyfriend's a Pisces and supposedly they're sensitive, kind of
Very
the balance
sensitive.
out of the
Yeah.
Capricorn, which is good.
And
Yeah.
they go with the flow.
Oh, I like
we?
that.
I don't know. Do you?
He doesn't. So do
Roll
you?
my eyes too.
You
Like,
can't- I wasn't going with the flow, right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
No.
all right, we're gonna let you pull another card. Oh yeah. You have. I love the show, The Glow Up.
Do you like the graphic?
Yeah. Did you choose the graphics?
Yes, Andy and I did it.
Oh, cool.
I love it. I love
love
the
it.
very sleek aesthetic vibe.
So it's Cameron with two N's.
Everyone, it is finally here.
No, not really. That's just my social media handle.
This is yesterday.
Our guest
Yesterday.
is Scarlett Barnett. She is a model, girl. She's in TikTok, showing me up on the influencing game, aren't you? And she also advocates for anti-bullying.
That's awesome.
When you're in the thick of bullying, no one talks. Of course, you don't talk about it because you're ashamed of it.
Right.
And nobody else who's going through bullying is openly speaking about it.
Right.
Because it's hard.
Right.
So for me, I just wanted to advocate for that Miss California Teen USA because I know that so many girls need somebody to look up to.
You know, when I was going through, I think I went from, it doesn't sound like a lot, but I went from 300,000 followers to 600,000 followers in the
Jesus.
span of a month.
Can I say that?
And I woke up every single day and I was like checking likes and follows. And then once I started to see that decline, I went into a horrible mental state.
Really?
I say this all the time. Instagram is for the girls.
Right.
It's for the girls. I'm not trying to please anybody but myself. And I just want to show my life and the modeling that I'm doing. Right. And
How many
maybe
followers do you have
cute
right now?
Instagram feed. That's what it right. And gold.
Holy.
Hello.
I have 200. And I'm open. I'm not a private person.
No, public, right?
Hey,
Me
that's
too.
great.
Yeah, no, I mean, it doesn't bother me.
My
It
mom,
doesn't.
she was like, you
It
know,
doesn't
there
matter.
is something that you
This is so cool. I love this. I love that you're talking about this. I love that you're so open about like the numbers because that's a big thing. I mean, like, when did you start doing social media?
I would say I started doing TikTok, I wouldn't say seriously, but back in 2019.
Yeah.
Right when it kind of started, I remember somebody showing it to me and me being like, that's such a joke. Who would ever do that? That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
And here we are now. But yeah, what I was talking about in there was during COVID time, I really spent the time where I was like, I'm the type of person where I'm like, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
One way or another, it's gonna happen, just a matter of how.
Same.
And so during COVID, I was like, I'm gonna put all my time and effort to social media. Blew up during that time.
It's awesome.
And then after I hit that, I did a series of videos that got around 7 to 12 million views every single video. Yeah.
Wow.
And then
What's
I
the
said,
secret?
it was like,
What were you doing in
the
these
secret
videos?
is educate people. I always say that. If you're gonna do something, educate people. Like, find your niche of what you
What was your niche?
I would say it's like, I always say confidence.
Okay,
You know,
great.
like confidence building and just like, you know, I share fashion tips, but the one that blew up was things that girls have to deal with, like in this day and age of like,
Yeah.
you know, for example, walking to a car with your keys between your fingers because
Right.
you think somebody's going to come out and get you, or somebody's going to slice your Achilles
Yeah.
tendon under the car, something like crazy like that.
Gosh.
You didn't hear about that? That was the actual thing.
It's happening. Yeah.
Yeah, and so just being in an Uber alone, like, you know, those things that
That
are
video
scary.
blew up to 7 million views.
I did a series of 6 of those, and each of them, the lowest was 7 million.
Whoa,
all the way
so
up to 12.
that's
Each
great.
video.
That's great.
And so
Whoa.
that was why when that month I went from 300 to 600, and then I was like, I really don't want to be known for just this.
Yeah.
And then people were like, all right, start branching out and doing other things. And people didn't like that.
Yeah.
And so then it started to trickle downwards and upward. It was like this back
Yeah.
and forth. And so
Yeah.
it truly makes you think, and like I said, I went through a horrible time where I would wake up and my day would literally be determined on how many numbers were like on my following count.
That's
Yeah, and it was
that's a lot.
it was rough, but it's like that pressure that people don't talk about, and then
Yeah.
like your management pressuring you, like, why are you going down? What's wrong with you? They don't like you. Like, what's going on? Like, you need to fix this, or it's stuff that people don't talk about. So that's
Well,
what that show
I'm
is
glad
based
that
on.
you're talking about that
too.
and being so open
Vulnerable.
and honest and and vulnerable and like revealing the veil and
Yeah.
like or
That's
pulling
fun.
back the veil.
I mean, if I could like help somebody else that's going through it, because the biggest comment that changed my life when you're like, oh gosh, I only have 200 followers, but it's like, imagine if 200 people are standing in this room saying, oh my God, you're so beautiful.
I would
That's
love that.
200 compliments. 200 likes
I
on a
love
photo.
You have a good thing for confidence, don't you?
You do.
You just instilled
It's
like
just
confidence right there. That was
empowerment. It's
interesting.
just like this
Yeah.
thing where you have to switch the perspective on like what people don't understand is like your mindset can absolutely change anything. Yesterday we talked about embarrassment, and it's like embarrassment isn't a thing if you aren't embarrassed.
Yeah.
So Scarlett was like, well, I don't really get embarrassed. And I was like, yeah, because it's probably not in your vocabulary. If I
Right.
fell on the floor and got back up and I was like, meh, then I'm not embarrassed.
Right.
I never get embarrassed.
Yeah.
You know, it's like mindset changes and
Right.
shifts.
So is this all from like your own inner work, or were you like talking to people? Like, how did you get to like from the like dark part to like now?
I think it's when you start to realize, like when I started to realize that no matter how many followers I had, like when I posted, there were girls who were young girls. My audience is like 80% women, which is fantastic. And it's 18 to 24-year-olds, which is great because my content is targeted towards women and fashion. And so when I started to wake up and started to like read the comments and they were saying, "You're changing my life," I feel so much more confident today. Like I woke up today because of you. Like that was when I'm like, I don't care. I could have two like followers, two comments. It's just the fact that like I'm changing people when I'm posting.
You have like a great balance of like showing vulnerability, but also building strength.
Thanks.
That's a really good.
Because I think you can also show strength when you're being vulnerable. That is strength.
Extremely, but to articulate that is a good skill.
Yeah,
Thank you. I
could be like
appreciate
the
it.
next Brene Brown. Do you know who that is?
She knows a lot of
it's
people.
okay. She has her own show on HBO.
I'll watch her.
She's written a ton of books.
Okay.
She talks about vulnerability and not getting sliced on the Achilles heel, but she talks about like just like how you have to be vulnerable and open because that leads your way to great, amazing things in your life.
It does. I mean, if you like aren't vulnerable, I like the quote is you find comfort in the chaos of like, you know, when I have an opportunity, but like I'm still so nervous. You've never heard that quote? It's one of my favorites. You find comfort in the chaos. So it's like the more busy you are, the more active you are in your life, like the better because you're putting yourself out there. So like what I realize is when somebody comes at me with an opportunity and they're like, "Oh, you want to do this?" and like still in my head, like I'm not going to say like I still don't get nervous, I still don't question myself, but you're fighting that battle with yourself 24/7 and you just have to push it away and say, you never know what could come from this opportunity.
Yes, you never know. You just never know why you are where you are because of you just don't know.
Everything happens for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
I said yesterday, every person is a golden chain in the link of my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean,
Are you a people pleaser?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
See, now I'm getting confused because I get these vibes and then I'm like,
No.
not that. It's not that.
No.
You have such great energy. I think that's why. You both do.
Thank you.
But
I don't know.
you're more like I am. Where I feel like I'm a balance, but she's light. Like
Very light. Yeah.
very light.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always been that
Welcoming.
way. Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
That's another good sign about cancers is they're very welcoming and nurturing.
Oh, I have a hardcore RBF, so I wouldn't say I'm
We were just
the
talking about this. You were
Really?
here.
Love the
Wait, you weren't
acronyms.
here. I have RSF. No, you weren't
What's
here.
RSF?
Resting smile face.
Something I don't possess.
I do. I told Kyle sometimes I'm just like.
So what do people say when they come up to you? Oh my gosh, you look so happy and you are so happy.
No, they're just.
You know?
I mean, I'm not smiling all day, every day, but like I find my true happiness is when I connect with people.
That's amazing.
And when I'm by myself, like I'm constantly thinking of ways how I can connect and create. And
you need to get on TikTok. Are you on TikTok?
I'm not on TikTok.
You should be on TikTok.
Just
I did create a show
literally
called The
TikTok
Charlotte
energy, no?
Chronicles,
Oh, yeah.
which he's in. You should check it out.
Okay.
It's on
show.
YouTube.
Okay.
I think we have a clip of it
But not
actually.
TikTok?
It's not on TikTok. Well, so Charlotte Chronicles is on TikTok, but I
Okay.
haven't been promoting it. We shot this last year. This is my character. I have a crush on him, which is
young.
that was last year. I look so young.
It's crazy.
I know. I think.
Wait. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
You guys have known each other for a while now.
No, this is just a year ago.
Yeah.
So
That's a good amount of
I don't
time.
know why I look so much younger there.
You do. It's maybe the hair.
It could be the hair.
Lighter hair.
It could be the hair, and it could be.
It's not a bad thing.
It's also the way you're holding yourself, the way you're presenting
You're good
yourself.
at acting then.
Thank
You know what I mean? Because you do look
yes.
young.
And I also had a very emotional year this past year, so that could have been it. But
Oh my gosh, this is hilarious.
that's the Acure Gold Mask,
The Acure Gold Mask.
Which you can find on
which is
Amazon.
right here. Which is right here. Just right here. That's Charlotte, my dog. Yeah.
So it's all about your dog?
So Charlotte basically is the catalyst for all these events in my life that went crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm like, no. I just connected with the hot guy in the building. Like, no.
And you made a series about it.
Yeah, I made a series about it.
love
Not
that.
about him, but like
Is this
he's
kind
one
of
the characters.
based on a true story? A bit?
So the second I adopted Charlotte, all these so it's interesting. This like person came up to me and was like, "Oh no, it was a doggy influencer," and I was like, "Wait, they really have those?" And they were like, "Yeah." And she's like, "I manage my dog." I was like, "You do what now?" And so I tried to do like managing my dog, and that wasn't working. And
Still give it a go. I have a friend that literally makes a
can't.
ton of money.
really,
Yes.
Maybe.
Millions of followers
I
for
don't
her
know. It
golden
just seems
retriever.
so
and
exhausting.
makes, oh my God, in the
Interesting.
double
I
digits
don't
every
know.
single month.
I don't.
Yeah,
I,
every month.
I don't know. I just
Off
don't
of her
think.
dog.
I don't know. It's just.
It's not for me either.
I don't
So-
think
The overhead of the dog is like $100 a month. What?
it's like
yeah.
the dog's paying rent.
Right.
Yeah, the dog is like, I
paying
know.
for
So,
his-
so
it's-
like, I
yeah.
started
Never
the
a lot.
journey, and then I was like, this is not like I opted
journey?
out. Yeah, I started the journey. I was like, this is not for me because I am a writer and went to school for producing. So I was like,
Okay.
I'm gonna create a series about this. And then
It
I
looks
did.
fantastic.
Thanks.
It's great
yeah,
writing. It's great writing.
Thank you. I wrote 5 episodes, produced 5 episodes,
Love
did
it.
it during 2021, and
We met because of the show.
yeah, we met because of the show. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So
Yeah.
do you have clips and snips on TikTok to promote
Yes,
it?
I do. One clip has, I think, like, I'll have to send it to you, but it's really funny. So when I introduced Charlotte to my family over Zoom, my sister-in-law got really upset because she was pregnant and wanted to name her baby Charlotte. I had no idea. This is like real life. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, and she was just like, I can't believe you. And I'm like, well, I didn't
How
even
is
know
this
you
my
were
fault?
pregnant.
Yeah, you're like-
I didn't know you're pregnant. And like, I didn't know that this was like a name. Like, this
I'll
is a
call
thing.
the dog Bartlett.
No,
like,
no,
let's just
I wasn't
move
changing
on.
the name. Are you
Yeah.
kidding? Like my name. But yeah, I get distracted easily, as you can see. But yeah, so like I decided to keep the name Charlotte. I don't want to ruin it for you because I'd love for you to check it out. But
I'm going to. Yeah,
but,
don't
like,
spoil it.
It's definitely the balance between family and like pursuing your dreams, and then adding like a dog into your life and like what that does to like Charlotte changed my life. She changed my dating life. She changed my
Wow.
career. She changed everything.
I won't be getting a dog.
Yeah, but it was good though. It all
It was
happened
good
for
things?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
then
mean,
maybe.
and maybe
Yeah.
like it definitely like pulled out like the weeds of things, and then was able to do things that I really wanted to do. Like because of the Charlotte Chronicles, I now like have producer on my resume where it's like I wrote 5 episodes, and then from there I got hired to work in a fashion company and
Amazing.
produce videos, and then from there they took me to this place called Fashion Go, and I host videos with them too.
Oh,
so and then
see,
and
you
then
never
from there
know.
and then
Never
from
know.
there I ended up over here. So like you just never know why you are, where you are, with
Yeah.
who you are, and
Absolutely.
I'm sad that I look so much younger than.
No, it wasn't a bad thing. Absolutely. Like, I think it's a
it's
great
okay,
thing.
Younger
okay,
than
it's
now,
okay.
just
No,
young.
she said young.
She looked younger.
She said younger.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But I wouldn't say in a
It's
bad
okay.
way.
It's
Not a
okay.
bad
It's
way.
okay. It's okay. I think I need to do more cure masks.
Well, anyone that's above the age of 2 can look younger, right?
Yeah. Oh, I need to do the LED mask.
Absolutely.
I think it's the hair, to be honest.
No,
I
it
think
wasn't a thing. It just
yeah,
more you
it's
look.
okay.
Distracting.
I don't
It's
mind
not even
it.
like the look.
You're not
like,
the first person. Like, my good friend Vank said, he was like, when was that picture taken? I was like, last year. So it is what it is.
But I do like the blonde. When looking at the
Thanks.
two, I think you look a lot more mature. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not like an older young thing. It's a more mature thing. Like to me, you look like you were in high school in that.
No, honestly, you have
You
like that
do.
energy of
You
like
have a more confident
like a-
and more mature energy, I think.
between
Yeah,
19
I
and
think-
23-year-old energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, the character is also like very much like that too, like which is like a like
Right,
me
so you
but
portrayed
not
it
me.
well.
She
Okay.
portrayed
Yeah,
a very,
me
very
but
good
not
actress.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was fun.
Well,
anyway.
it's crazy when they're casting for shows of like high school kids
I
and there's
know.
25-year-olds
Yeah, I
playing
know,
these high
I know.
school
Stranger
kids.
Things.
So
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
know.
Stranger Things, yeah.
yeah, it's crazy.
It's really crazy. So anyway, that was really fun, and yeah. So, can you tell us more about your show?
Sure. I mean,
Please.
we were talking about how it was more of a confidence show and whatnot, but we talked about dating and you
Yeah.
know our dating rules, our do's and don'ts.
Mm-hmm.
Scarlett, my first guest, she was hilarious. Shared some of her dating stories about,
Do's and don'ts.
about a guy who literally just said here.
Wait, what?
he showed up to the house to take her on a date and said, text her here.
That's it?
That's it. So she waited in
that's
her
a no.
room for 20 minutes to see if he'd come to the door. And then she texted him and said, are you coming to get me? And he was like, I didn't know I had to do that.
Oh, no, all right.
Had to do that.
Goodbye.
So I was
he
like,
an Uber driver?
why didn't you
Here?
go on,
Like,
why
Uber
did you
says,
even,
like, I arrived?
Yeah,
I have arrived.
Uber says, I arrived.
Yeah.
So what happened?
I can't believe she went on the date, but she went on the date.
Okay.
She got in the car.
Complete misunderstanding.
No, it couldn't.
No.
But
He could be being too casual. He's too casual, too cavalier.
no, I'm very traditional in my dating.
How do you say here? Like
I don't know.
here?
I wouldn't say here.
I
but
wouldn't
Here?
I wouldn't text either. But
I would go
I'm
to the
just
door and shake hands with
trying to-
whoever answers.
Trying
See?
to
Confidence.
get some clarity and kind of play advocate. I'm advocating.
Parents love you. I'm sure.
It's being a
I'm sure-
gentleman. I think it's all back down to like, we blame everything. I blame everything on how people are raised and how their
Yeah.
parents raise them and the background that they come up in. So sometimes, like I said, I'm like, sometimes they don't know better. But like when it comes to this, come on, you know better.
Yeah,
like,
they don't know better, and then you give feedback, and then if
Right.
they don't take the feedback, then it's like, okay, she
But
went
it was
on
a
date.
horrible date, I guess.
Okay.
I could have told her that by the way that he said here.
Yeah, because it was like her Uber driver was picking her up.
Right,
It's
right.
like, I said it's just as bad as like laying on your horn.
Just as bad.
Just as
Yeah,
bad.
it is.
Yeah, no. Oh, we were talking about the paying for the dinner thing.
He had her pay.
No, but just in general right now in society, we were trying to kind of talking about like, what do you think about like the whole paying thing? Because guys are getting really triggered that like men shouldn't have to pay for
Why
the first
not?
date or men shouldn't have to pay for this.
Why?
Exactly. But like I said, I'm very
Why
traditional.
not?
I
Why
think it's
not?
whoever asked them on a date. That's what we came to the
I agree with
to
that.
the like
I agree with that.
occurrence
That's
of. We
fair.
said like, if I'm asking, say for instance, I asked you on a date,
Yeah.
we go to dinner.
Yeah.
Sure, I asked you out.
I don't know about that.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so she went on this date, then she offered. She gave
Yeah.
him like, you know,
She
the
offered the here guy.
I'd always offer too. You know what I mean? Offer
She
like, hey,
offered
like
the
I'll
guy
pay.
that said here?
It was a second test.
Second test. Okay.
Second
Oh, she
test.
offers
This is
every
a
time.
test.
Okay,
It's an
okay.
absolute test.
Okay.
It's like the, hey, like I'll pay, and then the guy's supposed to be like, no, I got it.
Yeah,
I'm taking you
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Especially first date.
Right.
And he was like, okay, great. I would have like sit back and
Wait,
been
he
like,
said, okay, great.
yeah. He was like,
I'm
okay,
leaving.
great.
Gotta go.
What?
I mean, listen, we're not trying
Wait,
to
so-
prove
okay, okay,
anything.
okay,
I mean,
okay,
we're not
okay.
trying to prove something,
Wait,
but like,
wait,
don't
wait,
go on a date you
So
can't
then what
afford.
happened?
How about
So then what
that?
happened
Let's start
after? So
there.
then what happened after
That was my point I was talking about. I was like, I have no expectation for somebody to take me on a lavish,
Oh, I do.
extreme date.
Oh, I do.
If you take me to McDonald's, grab fries, and we sit and watch the sunset, and you buy me flowers, that is great. But just buy it, you know, and plan it.
effort.
It's the effort.
It's the effort. It's the effort.
It's not the yeah. Okay.
And it's not the money. It's the effort.
No, that was my point.
That's
It's not.
the point, yeah.
It's not the money, but I think the effort and the money kind of go a little in tandem.
And I do think there might be a little
bit.
balance there, because like, what if the guy feels like the girl's like, how do we deal with the guy who's like on the other side of the table who wants to pay, but he feels like the girl's expecting him to pay, and feels a little triggered by that? Like, how do you
That
deal
was
with
the
that?
conversation, because that's
Yeah.
how guys are now. Then
Yeah.
I'd say bye.
What are you triggered by?
I always say like,
I don't know, but I've heard
Right.
guys are like, oh, of course I gotta pay.
Right,
It's
you've
like,
heard
well,
that
like, you
too?
should-
Yeah.
But like personally, I'm like,
But isn't that
you're
part
gonna
of,
pay
like-
at some point.
This is what-
So
this-
why not pay now? Like, if you're gonna take the cheap route, let's say you're like, well, I don't want to pay. Why should I have to pay every time? Okay, but why not the first time at least in good faith?
Conversation triggers me. But I
Sure.
agree with you.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is my thought.
It's great.
Women put so much effort into the way they like put themselves together and like
Right.
get ready for the date. Y'all just have to like take a shower and like show up.
This is true.
I feel like it's an equal balance of energy and like when someone asks someone out to pay for the meal.
Right.
I think it's fair to like offer. I think that's totally fair. I would have never offered if this guy said here.
Right.
In a million years.
No.
Because I would have straight up expected him to be
Right.
like, pay
Right.
for it.
Right.
So
So
he was,
there's
like, that kinda guy.
we
Here.
came to the conclusion.
I hope your card is here. I hope your black card is
hope your
here.
black card is
I
here,
hope your
guy.
Amex is here.
Okay.
Wait, so how did
Platinum.
she? Oh yeah, sorry, platinum. How did she end it?
I don't know, but she said there definitely won't be a second date. I said,
Okay.
thank
I don't know.
goodness.
I don't know. I feel like
mean-
I feel like she might give this guy
No.
another test.
No.
Okay.
I think there were enough tests in one date. But
Was the whole date a test? Like, did she already know that this guy was like no
when
good?
he said here, yeah. And
no,
her
but
brother like
before,
almost
before.
tackled her, like trying to not get her to go on the
Yeah.
date.
Yeah, that's the. I remember.
Not a good look.
I remember.
LA men,
Yeah.
younger LA men, I
No
would
children.
say, especially in like my generation right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I've been in a relationship for 3 years, so I'm fine.
Yeah.
But like with my friends and all the stories I've heard, they baffle me. It's like, I want my door to be open. I don't want to touch a door handle. I'm so traditional in my like dating.
well, you
Open my
get-
car door for me. Open. It's the simple. That doesn't cost
Yeah.
any money.
Right.
When we're walking on the sidewalk,
So
be
you
on the
like
outside,
acts
so
of
I'm on the
service.
inside.
Yeah, that's a
So
big.
you're an acts of service person.
Yes.
Love
I'm
language.
attention. My love, like
your
we were
love
talking
language?
about. I don't know. Probably acts of service.
So okay, go ahead.
What are they?
Go ahead.
Hers or mine?
What
Yeah,
are
just,
they?
You know them.
Oh, it's acts of service, words of affirmation, gifts,
Not gifts.
quality time,
Quality
and
time,
physical
sure.
touch.
Physical touch, quality time, and acts of service. I would go with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The other day yesterday actually, we had one of our viewers say that they get gas for their boyfriend.
Oh, right.
And they they switch off, which I think is so cute. Like that to me is like
Okay.
better than like a dozen roses. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because it's like that's the act of like going to go get do something that I don't
Okay.
necessarily love to do.
Okay, so if you're in
Yeah.
the car, see, my thing that I love is that he'll fill up he's not paying for my gas, but he'll gas
Oh,
my
yeah,
car.
that's cool. I'm
You know
cool
what I
with
mean?
that.
It's
Yeah.
like, it's not,
You don't
again,
have to
back to
pay
it.
for
It's not
it.
back to the money. It's the thing that costs nothing, and it's
Take care
being a
of the
gentleman.
effort,
Right.
The effort.
Being-
the
Taking care of your
physicality.
woman, like-
Take care of
You
your
know,
woman.
Why would you sit in the car while she pumps the gas? That's a little weird.
a little.
It's a little weird.
But
At least
people
get
get
out of
really
the car.
upset over it.
At
There's
least
other
get
women,
out of
but
the car,
there's some women that are like, I can do it myself.
Right, and I have
So-
friends like that. They're like,
right.
don't open my door
So
for
Oh,
me.
yeah,
from
no,
a
I'm
guy's
not that
perspective,
girl.
I think again it's about communication. You're like, okay, what do
Completely.
you like? What do
What
you
do you
not
want?
like? What do you want from me? And
Yeah.
I'll do it. And I think
Right.
that's the kind of person we're all looking for. Not like the guy who automatically opens the door, but the guy who's like, I'll open your door if you want to.
Oh,
I'll
I
do
like
whatever you
this,
want.
the way
If
this
you
is
want
going.
to?
Absolutely.
Like you would
Yeah.
ask, do you want? Oh,
Yeah, like
do you want me to
I want
open
the
your
guy.
door?
No, I don't know if
If
I'd
I'm like
ask.
if I'm an older brother to a younger sister and she's got a guy who's like doing everything right, I'm
Yeah.
like, well, did you ask for that? She's like, no, he's just doing it. It's amazing. I'm like, well, what about the stuff that he doesn't want to do? Will he do it for you? So that I think is a bigger
I
question.
think it's just communication. I think for a
Communication.
guy, I think the
Yes. So
safest
important.
route is doing it.
Yes.
And then
Yeah,
as
for
a
sure.
woman,
Do it.
just
Oh,
being
my
like,
dad's
hey,
calling.
I don't need that.
Should we ask my
Then you
dad?
take that note and you
That's
say,
good.
okay, then I
That's
don't need to
good.
do that. But I just
That's
wanted
better.
to.
I was gonna say my dad's calling. My dad calls like every time we're live. I was
That's
gonna
good,
say we
though.
should ask my dad what he thinks, but that's okay.
Do we want to pull another card from your game? You guys
need
should
to.
pull a card.
We already pulled a card. This time it's trust. I don't know. Like
I need
don't
a
think
better
we're in flow
card.
today.
No, give some good energy before you pull it this time.
Okay.
Don't see like, oh my god, I'm not gonna get a good
I
one.
was like-
Yeah. Because I do believe very much in the mindset. So it's like
You think that was my fault?
yes, I do,
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
But you all, because
Pressure's on.
Then let's see-
it's just because you're like it's my luck. I'm like, well, what do you mean it's your luck?
That's what I thought too.
And then
Okay.
after we do this, we have to talk about some cool products because
Okay.
we're on Amazon.
It'll be fun.
Let's do
but
it.
I don't know, like
Okay. Let me think what I'm going to say. Let's see. Should I do the opposite and see if you're
mean,
right?
I always have luck. Say I always have luck, and then pull a card.
no, I would just say
That's
like
lying.
I'm
You're like-
open
you're like
to like
drawing the
possibilities.
energy into
I don't
I'm
know.
like the type of person that puts my ticket in the raffle and I'd never win.
See, you already lost.
You're like,
you already
you're
lost.
beating yourself.
You already lost.
I think I just don't believe in luck because I feel like luck isn't going to get me anywhere.
It's not.
I have I have a very strange mindset, I would say.
I think if you if you were to ask me, which you didn't, but I'm going to tell you anyway.
I'm asking you.
If you take your mindset and add a little bit of happy thoughts, then you would be like, sky's the limit.
Okay. I don't think they're not
Because-
happy. I just think they're.
No, they don't have to be happy. Just more along the lines of your luck is what you basically said, about embarrassment. Like
Okay.
if you take that out of the equation,
Then you're not gonna have it.
Then you're if
Pretty good.
for example.
But I don't want to attribute anything that I do in my life to luck. That's my problem.
No. I don't think
I've never had anything handed to me, so
I
I
don't
feel
think
like
anything you do is attributed
Right.
to luck. I think it's the mindset and the action. You're not just sitting there waiting for something to happen. It's like the mindset with the action gives you the
just
result.
like positive affirmations. Is that what you mean?
Yes and no.
Okay.
You do positive affirmations with action. So it's
Okay.
I'm not just reading this flashcard about how amazing I am. I'm
Okay.
actually taking that mindset and then using it to do something good.
Okay.
You know
I like
what I mean?
it. I like it. I
you
like
can
it.
have luck,
Okay.
but you also have to believe in luck. And if you don't believe in luck, then it's okay.
Okay.
Okay. So
I believe in good things.
Yeah, I believe in good things too.
Good things happen to good people.
Good things happen to great people.
And bad things happen to good people too. But
Bad
it's all
things
right.
happen to good people
okay.
too. But every
have a good day.
every occurrence and every event is a golden chain in the link to somebody's goodness. It will make them a better person at the end of the day.
I love that quote. Okay, so I'm gonna get a really good card.
Okay, you're gonna get a great card.
This one's good.
You might get more than one. Okay, what do we got? What does this say? Oh God.
Is that a good
Message?
message?
Ooh,
33.
33.
33.
Lucky
It seems
33.
like a brighter color, so
Yeah.
that's always.
A letter, text, email, vision, dream, conversation. It's like all communication.
Right.
Music or some other form of a message is coming regarding your current situation. Be open to receiving it
Okay.
Okay.
I'm open. I'm
from
always
your
open to new.
ancestors and guides to you at this time. Anyway.
Okay.
I'm a little lost, but okay. We'll take it.
You had me until the
You
last
had
part.
me until the ancestors and something else
I
part, but
don't
that's
know
all
either.
right.
Listen, I got this in Joshua Tree and they seem
I
cool.
like these cards.
Me
They're
too.
really cool.
They are really cool. Thank you, Cameron. It's been an absolute pleasure. You want to look at some products with us?
Let's do
Okay,
it.
let's do some product reviews. You know Natasha, right?
Right.
Yeah. So Natasha with our with plants. Do you like plants?
I feel like if I owned a plant,
It would die.
yeah, I couldn't.
Yeah,
I
that's
couldn't
another
have that
mindset we got to change for you.
responsibility. But I love plants for Amazon purpose.
Good. What about massagers? Do you have massagers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Gotta love a
massage.
massage.
That is an investment.
That is an investment.
Self-care, that's a very self-care.
So self-care is selfless.
Yes, I love self-care.
Yeah, me too. What else?
What do we
else?
got going on there?
Oh, that's another
Air purifier? I'm big on the air purifier.
Me too.
Are we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we don't own them yet, but we are. I don't say we. Like you're like
Well,
my.
yeah, right.
I'm just kidding.
This
we
is the
do
top
own
of the
it.
line air
Yes.
fryer.
And then this is a sit-down bike, which is so cool.
What
Yeah.
in the world is going on
Listen,
here?
you don't have to go anywhere.
So this would be, you know what I think about this is somebody that has like their job, but it's not a 9 to 5, but it's a 9 to 8, and they're sitting
a
at their
9 to
days.
8?
I don't know,
It
but I
never
made it
ends.
up.
Like a longer.
And a longer job, and they're sitting at their desk, but they can't work out.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
Gotta
yeah,
keep it
yeah,
moving.
Yeah.
Gotta
And
keep
then
it
fire
moving.
pit.
S'mores.
Yes. Well, I don't know if that you would want to put a s'more over that. I don't
Depends on how
think
risky
that's.
you're feeling.
I don't know. Oh,
Why
never
not?
mind. I think it was just kidding. It was used with
Getting
a s'more.
big.
Get some workout.
We're getting pretty.
Those biceps.
Swole.
Yeah. The biceps, triceps.
Grill? Are we grilling?
And then we got to save some food because we're all about saving food
Right.
and the planet.
Is it one of those like vacuum sealers?
Yeah. Snow cones.
Ooh, I'm a big
July's coming up.
snow
I
cone
know,
fan.
give
You
me a
definitely
snow
need
cone.
snow
I
cones.
want a snow cone.
Nothing better than.
Nothing better than a snow cone. And then the Instapot. Which, sorry, I didn't mean to tap you. It's like
Instapot? What's going on?
You become like my work husband.
What's that? A speaker?
Rolling eyes at me.
Is that a speaker, Andy?
Couples therapy.
Coffee. I live on coffee.
Yes, coffee's
Caffeine
so good.
courses through my
I know,
bloodstream.
I know. I miss it.
Yeah.
And
Still got half.
another air purifier, and that's
Yeah.
about it.
Love it.
Pretty
Love
cool,
good
pretty
air
compact.
purifiers.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here. It was so awesome having you. I've already watched some of your shows because I love watching Everyone Wants
Aw,
Away TV. Yeah, it's
thank
really
you.
fun. Like you said something the other day, it was so funny. I forget what you said, but it was like a blooper reel, and I was like, I love this girl.
Well, thanks. This has been so fun. We've talked
Good.
about so many good things.
We did, and
Yeah.
keep
Keep it on.
keep it on, keep
Yeah.
twirling.
Okay.
And I want to see the fire thing. Where can people find you if they don't already know you? Because 12 million people.
Okay.
Like I feel like everyone knows you.
Shameless plug. Cameron N. Doan is
Okay.
all my social handles.
Cameron and Doan. How do we spell that?
CAMERON. Another
Go on
N.
this. Okay.
DOAN.
Okay, so Michelle Murad is going to be following you. So is the Charlotte Chronicles, and
Beautiful. I
you
will
can-
check it out.
Yeah,
I'm so
give
excited.
it like you can tell your 12 million viewers to check out the Charlotte Chronicles.
There we go. Yes.
Awesome. We could do a little collab.
We absolutely can.
Oh my God, maybe even have you in the Charlotte Chronicles season 2.
Hey,
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Could make an appearance.
Do you act?
Yes, I do.
Do you?
I
oh
do.
my God,
Oh.
that could be really good. I just had an idea for your character.
Okay,
pretty funny.
is she like me? Blunt?
Yeah, like I feel like Charlotte and I like come to because I'm working on season 2 right now,
Okay.
and I'm raising money for pre-production and all that. I already have the outline of what I want to have happen.
Amazing.
But when I meet someone that inspires something, like I just run with it.
Yeah, you do.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it'd be really funny because in the show, Charlotte, I'm still trying to get Charlotte to have a career. And it'd be really funny if like you beat us out like for this like spot for a commercial.
Good.
Oh, that would be
Like, they
great.
end up not even going with the dog, they go with you.
Oh my God, I'm just a brat.
And they go with you.
that fun?
They go with you as like a baton twirler. Like you're just like it's like for a dog food
So
commercial.
random,
and
so
they're just like,
opposite.
by the way, we went with an influencer because well, we just decided to.
Well, that is the day and age we're in right,
Right,
now.
right.
So it would make sense.
That'd be awesome.
That is awesome.
We'll have to talk more
Yes,
about
we
it.
can.
Anyway, thank you so much. It's an absolute pleasure.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone, for joining. I'm Michelle Murad, along with Cameron Doan and
Kyle Trueblood.
And it has just been an awesome day. Have a good day, and we will see you later.
Bye.
So much fun, so much fun, so much fun, so much fun hanging out with me on Sway. So much fun hanging out with me on Sway TV, on Amazon Live. Shop attainment all the time. Let's sway. Let's sway. Let's sway. Let's sway. Let's sway. Let's sway.
Let's play.
Let's sway.